Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be filming a little bit of a hair tutorial. I'm going to show you what I do after I get out of the shower with my hair, the products that I use, and then I'm going to show you how to curl your hair using a flat iron. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get on to it. Okay, so the first thing that I do when I get out of the shower is I'm going to let my hair just air dry for a while. So I let my hair dry for about half an hour maybe, and I'm just going to brush out my hair, make sure there's no tangles or anything. And then once I've brushed my hair, I'm just going to be taking a little bit of like an oil slash like heat protectant just in my ends to where I get kind of frizzy. And I'm going to be using the Garnier Sleek and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum. And it's got argan oil and Moroccan oil in it. That's what it looks like, if y'all can see that. And I'm just going to be putting maybe a quarter size amount, just depending on what kind of hair type you have. I'm going to be using about that much. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. They recommend 1 pump for your hair, depending on your hair length and of course the thickness of your hair. But I think I put about half a pump because I have such short hair. If it's like wet, then I'll do more than that sometimes. It just depends. And then sometimes I'll even put some of this in once I have flat ironed my hair or curled it, whatever I'm doing that day. Okay, so now that I've put some of that in, I'm just going to be taking this, which is amazing. I think I've talked about it in a video before, I'm not sure. It's the BioSilk Volumizing Therapy Root Lift. I don't know if you can see that from the glare. But my hair, even though it is pretty thick, it tends to get kind of flat at the top. So I'm just going to put this in the roots of my hair, and I apply it pretty generously just because I like the lift in my hair. So once I've applied a generous amount of that, I'm just going to blow dry my hair for a little bit. So I'm going to blow dry my hair until it's completely dry. And normally I just flip my hair back and forth. I'll show you a little bit in the video. And then I'll get on to the flat ironing slash curling. So I'll just use my hair dryer also on the warm setting because I don't want to fry my hair with the hot section. So I just put it on warm and then I'll turn it on high. Okay, so now that I've blow dried my hair, as you can see, it does look a little bit crazy, so I'm just going to brush out the ends. Just ignore that, that's my dog. He's going crazy. So, once I've done that, I'm just going to turn on my flat iron. I'm going to be using this flat iron from Launch. I'm not exactly sure what the name of it is, but it looks like this. It's got the temperature control thing so that you can turn it up as low or high as you want, but I put mine on 450. Actually, I think I might put it on 430 since I think I'm going to be curling my hair with it. But I'll just let it heat up for a second. And it heats up so fast, like it's already heated up to 430 degrees. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is sectioning off my hair. I'm just looking in this mirror over here. And you don't have to be exact or anything, I'm just sectioning it off into 2 layers. So I have the bottom layer and the top layer, and I'm just gonna run it through the ends of my hair and just like any little frizzy bits that I might have. Just so that when I do the curl, my hair won't look funny at the ends, because I like more of a beachy wave where it's straight on the ends instead of like a tight curl. So as you can tell, I'm just doing like the last inch of my hair maybe, and flat ironing that. You can do more if you have like super thick, like curly hair, then you'd probably want to flat iron your whole head before you did the curls. Or if you have like super straight hair, or like you don't even really need to do that, then just go ahead and skip this step. But I just personally do that because I like the straighter ends, and my hair is shorter, so it helps to just give it a little bit of length. So the next thing that I'll do is get about a 1-inch section. I don't know if you guys can see that because my hair is so dark, but I'll take a 1-inch section, and I'm just going to be using this flat iron, and I'm going to turn backwards from the front of my hair and just go till about the end, and then I'll go down. And it just creates this bouncy curl. I don't know if y'all can see it. And then I'll even like flat iron through it a couple times if I don't love the way that it looked. And it makes this like little curl. You can even separate it a bit if you want to. And then I'll just keep doing that for the rest of my hair. You can even take smaller sections if you'd like. Toby, it's my dog. Toby, come here. Come on. As you can see, my dog just came in the room. So now I'm just going to continuously do this around my hair. I do go backwards pretty much the whole time. Oops, I did that one a bit too curly. But that's what I love about doing it with a flat iron, is that like if you have a piece too curly, then you can just flat iron it out. So I love that about this. And I love that with the Launch products, when you do your hair, it looks very shiny and healthy. So with the old curling irons and flat irons that I've used, even with cheap products, it's not as healthy looking when I do it. But when I do this, I will go away from my face pretty much the whole time. Sometimes I'll go back and forth and just kind of rotate the curls. But today I'm just going to be doing it all the way from my face. And yeah, so I'll be back once I finish the bottom section. Okay, so this is what the bottom section looks like once it is finally done. And now I'm just going to move on to the next section. So I say I do about 3 layers, sometimes 4, just depending. And I'm going to section my hair off again into another layer. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take my flat iron, and be careful not to flat iron the curls underneath of this. And I'm just going to flat iron about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of the bottoms of my hair, of the bottom of my hair. And make sure that it's nice and straight. Okay, so that once I've done that, I'm just going to basically do the same thing that I did with the bottom layer. I'm going to take 1/2 inch to 1 inch of section, maybe a little less there. And the front pieces, I'm going to want to drag down even more, just because they're in the front of my hair, of the front of my face. So the first front couple sections, I will just be more careful, especially with the top layer, just to make sure that they're not too tight or too kinky or anything. You want them to be very flattering. And if you are going back and forth, then I suggest that the front pieces you do away from your face, like I have here, and then the others you do towards your face. I feel like it's just more flattering personally, but you can of course just do whatever you feel is best. And I'm just going to do the same thing throughout the rest of my hair. Sometimes you even just have to go back and do a piece again, but I try not to do it too much because I don't want my hair to get more heat damaged than necessary. So I'm going to finish this and then I'll be back. So now we're reaching up to the top section. And I normally part my hair like this, but I'm going to be parting my hair down the middle just so that I can curl this side of my hair, and then I'll part it back on the right side. So I'm just going to start from the back this time instead of the front, just to make sure that I've got all the pieces. And I'm going to be doing the same thing that I've done on the rest of my hair. And just curling it. And then sometimes once I'm done with this, if I don't think that it looks right or the way that I'd want it to be, I'll go over it a little bit with a curling wand. It just depends, and I'm actually better at this side of my hair than I am the left side of my head, probably just because I'm right-handed, but you'll find your rhythm eventually. It just takes time. It took me forever to learn how to actually do this. Flutter in the ends, then do the curl. And I just like this hairstyle because it gives a little bit of like wave and texture to your hair instead of it just being straight, but it's not super curly. So I'll just do the rest of my hair, and then I'll be back. Okay, now that I just have like the last couple pieces of hair to do, I'm just gonna show you up front again how I do it. I'll just take it away from my face, curl it backwards, just like that. And I'll just do that again to the couple top pieces of my hair, just to make it extra polished. And then of course you can just go in and touch up anything that you'd like to after that. I'll even just do this sometimes, just to give it a little more curl and volume. Normally I'll do it like this way, like I showed you guys, but sometimes I feel like this just makes my hair look really cool. So I'll just do that, and it also just flat irons it out a bit. So there that is, and I'm gonna add another product to my hair, but it's actually in the other room. So I'm gonna go get that and then I'll be back. Okay, so when I'm feeling like my hair needs a little extra life, I'm just gonna add this Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. And I'm just gonna add that into my hair just a little bit. Oops. Just to give it some extra life. And I realized that I just put a bunch in there. But you can put that in there dry. You can put it in there when your hair is wet. I personally just feel like it gives more texture and it looks better if I do it dry and if I use it with my volumizing stuff. So now that my hair looks a little bit crazy, and I feel like it just needs some help because the flat iron curls didn't go exactly as expected, I'm just going to be using my Ondulé wand from Launch while it's heating up. It's also got the temperature control gauges, and it is the 22mm wand. I absolutely love it. It is amazing. It's in the color Blush that matches the flat iron that I showed you earlier. So I'm just going to be doing a couple top pieces just to make sure that it blends well and it's a little more put together. So I'm going to take this front piece and just curl this. Hold it there for a little bit and just add a few curls just to bring some life into this, because I'm feeling like it's kind of dull and it's not exactly where I want it to be. So the same thing with the flat iron, I'm going to be doing it away from my face, and let me show you here. I always hold the wand above my head, down, and I wrap it however many times you need to, and depending on the type of curl you want. If I want it more, then I'll put like the end on. If I want it more beachy, then I'll leave like about ½ an inch, maybe more out, just depending. And what I love about this hairstyle is that it'll stay for a couple days and it'll just give you a nice beachy wave the longer that you go on. So normally if I do like full-on wand curls, then it'll be pretty tight the first day. And then the next day it'll be kind of loose, and I'll touch up a few curls. And then, you know, from there I'll just like add some dry shampoo, some texturizing spray maybe, definitely a hairspray, and just kind of let it go. And then I'll probably put it in a hat, and then I'll probably wash it again. I wash my hair every other day to 3 days. It just depends. I don't like to let my hair go that long between washes, just because I feel like it just gets kind of greasy and itchy and it's just gross. So I like to keep it washed for the most part. You don't have to do as many curls as I'm doing, but I just wanted it to be a bit more tight and hopefully last most into tomorrow and maybe even the next day. So I'm just going to keep curling. And then again with this front section, I'm going to do it a little bit looser, but I still like to keep a nice curl in there. So as you can see, it's a lot more defined, than the flat iron curl. And I just hold it on there for like 10-15 seconds maybe. Nothing too crazy, because I don't want them to be really tight. Of course, the longer you hold it on, the tighter they'll be. So, let's get that hair. For me, this is pretty much how I like it to look. A little bit messy and definitely pretty beachy. Might touch up a few more curls here. I always say don't neglect your bottom pieces of your hair, because although many people kind of neglect the bottom pieces of the hair, it's going to actually define whether your hair looks really put together or not. I will just add a few pieces to the back real quick. Just to give it the same kind of look. Okay. Now I feel like that's pretty good for my hair. I'm just going to be taking my fingers and just kind of going to the roots and lifting it up. I like a lot of volume in my hair, so I'll just even like kind of piece that up. just make it like more voluminous. And then I'm just going to be taking this hairspray. Normally I use another one from Garnier, but this is all I have right now. It's the TRESemmé Extra Hold Hairspray. And I actually really do love this. So I'm just going to hairspray my hair. I'm going to lift it up. Get it under there. And just add a bunch of volume to it. Oops. And then I'll just kind of run my fingers through it one more time. And that's pretty much it for this hair tutorial. So, yeah. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this messy kind of beachy wave hair tutorial. And I had a lot of fun filming it, so I ask that you guys please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment down below. And let us know if there are any other videos that you guys would like us to make, and if you guys loved this video. Thank you. Bye!